People are gonna talk about this, whether good or bad. They'll remember us and our brand, and they'll talk about it. So much Illuminati symbolism, things like that. They never made a comment on this ad, strangely. This one actually is more funny than creepy to me, because I don't know, that baby just looked really comfortable smoking that cigarette. Today, we will be looking at some creepy ads, and some of them intentional, some of them not so intentional, which I guess is creepier. Let's see what we have. So this one's actually a Kleenex ad, which is the last company I expected to make something creepy, but let's see.
It's a fine day, people open windows, they leave their houses just for a short while. They walk by the grass and they look at the grass, they look at the sky. It's going to be a fine night tonight, it's going to be a fine day tomorrow.
Kleenex ティッシュです。
From my research, this baby is based on a Japanese folktale called Red Oni, which is some sort of red demon. Why? I don't know. They never made a comment about it. Interesting choice. Pretty strange for them to do. It could have been like a nice, peaceful ad, because the song is relatively nice, little bit creepy. I think because there's also no instrumental in the background, so it's just pure a cappella with a strange baby and flying tissues. Just these aspects made it weird. So actually what ended up happening is, people in Japan said, hey, this ad is giving me an unsettling feeling. And so after a while, they just took it down and made a new ad, which was way more normal, way more, how you would expect a Kleenex ad to be. No demon babies. So this was a strange occurrence. I mean, it's not super scary. I actually quite like this song, but it is weird and not understandable as to why it looks the way it looks and why the baby is a red Oni. It's not, they haven't clarified. Anyway, cool. Let's check the next one. Here is a PlayStation 3 ad by Sony, which I believe I remember seeing. Play Beyond. Okay. It's like, it's a little, like looking at it today, it's a little try hard, but I can imagine looking at it back in the day and something like this pops up on TV. Yeah, pretty creepy for sure, especially when this is not regular thing for you to see on TV. So what they are practicing here, and by the way, they've made several creepy ads around this time. Firstly, slightly creepy, strange art at this time was becoming cool because of the likes of artists called Aphex Twins, for instance, or Aphex Twin. That's one. But there were several other artists and directors that were making a lot of creepy things at the time. So it was quite cool and hip. And then also, this is just sort of, this is not your typical marketing where, oh, these are the features and this is the quality of the stuff that we make. This is more of a, people are going to talk about this, whether good or bad. They'll remember us and our brand, and they'll talk about it. And guess what? Here we are in 2025. With PlayStation 5s still talking about it. So in a sense, it worked. And as far as I'm concerned, the PlayStation 3 ended up doing quite well, actually. I think with an ad, the worst thing that you can have is to be neutral, right? Is to be indifferent is the worst thing you can have in an ad. Ideally, you would evoke positive emotions, or you would evoke some sort of emotions. And in this case, they didn't care. They just wanted to evoke emotions because that's what's going to make people talk about things. And it worked. Okay, let's see what we have next. I believe this is not a very well-known ad, but it's ingrained in my memory because I remember seeing it on TV as a child and I was like, what am I looking at? And how is this allowed on TV? It's by a UK company, in fact, called 6333 6. Let's watch it. Let's see what we've got.
I am one of the 6336.
We each have special knowledge.
We are a network of minds with answers.
Who's going to win the World Cup? Are baboons evil?
When's the last train from Leeds to Hull?
What?
Where? You can text any question
To the 63336 on
63336.
Text any question to 63336.
Okay. Essentially, it's a service where you can pay to text this company any question and they'll answer it for you because they have a network of clever people. And that's what you needed to do when you don't have ChatGPT, right? It's essentially advertising what we have now. What a strange way to advertise it. And so much Illuminati symbolism, things like that. They never made a comment on this ad, strangely. Like they never, the number itself, 63336, making a reference to 666, even though it would be 696. But, I mean, I guess they they must have known of course they know it's creepy. So I think it's again another case of shock marketing, or maybe they attempted to make it feel big, so they did the double voice thing or triple voice thing. Either way, made for a very creepy effect. And do I like it? I don't know, but let's see what else we have. This is, I believe, a Kinder egg. I don't like the look on this guy's face already. Let's see.
Kinder, Yibbo shaky. Me unscrabbly. Shock-a-doobie! Doubly shock-a-doobie! Pop swabble! Toy! Yodel yum and choco scrum with multi-pop swabble dies! Oh, grubbly! Me scrubble now! Snuggle! Whee!
Kinder Surprise from Ferrero.
Wow, that is one unlikable mascot. Creepy face, right? And then they do the zoom-ins to the detail. Like, I don't know why this egg has a detailed face with skin tone. It brings it closer to the uncanny valley of things. Definitely not intended to be creepy, but at the same time, I don't know how they looked at that face and said, yeah, the kids are gonna love this. And then he fell. And then because of his skin tone, it almost feels like he's falling to his death, because we know Humpty Dumpty gets cracked, except this guy is made out of flesh. So it's weird. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, it's not actually creepy, but I can imagine, you watching this as a kid, watching ads about something, and then this guy pops up, uncomfortable. Let's take a look at the last ad here. This one is by the American Cancer Society.
Would you give a cigarette to your unborn child? You do. Every time you smoke while you're pregnant.
Yo, give this man a shisha.
Please, don't smoke.
Call 453-4500 for further information.
I think this isn't the first time. Cancer and anti-smoking ads always aim to shock people out of smoking and stuff, which is good. It's a good thing. This one actually is more funny than creepy to me, because I don't know, that baby just looked really comfortable smoking that cigarette. Especially back in the day, this one was made as 85. If you remember, there was the infamous, you wouldn't steal a car, would you? So why would you steal a song online, or whatever they said? They used to do a lot of these kind of scaring people into doing things or not doing things type of ads. In the early 2000s, they still carried on a little bit with the scaring type of ads, but then they started reducing and instead started promoting the positive sides of why someone might want something. But this was fairly common. I wonder if they found it equally funny back then. I find it pretty funny. I don't know. It's just, I think there's some level of, sometimes when something is a little bit shocking, it also becomes a little bit funny. There are some creepy ads for you. If there are any more, or if there's any other types of ads that you want me to react to, leave them below in the comments. As of now, make sure to give a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.